What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 228 of the Nonsense Review. That's right, we're saying rest in peace to Marsu.
Marsu, okay, yeah, we're deep into the Three Kingdoms trivia numbers.
Oh, we are. It's not good. We've got like 40 more episodes before I stop pulling out Three Kingdoms bullshit because we're well past the point. But yeah, it's also the year of the Battle of Jaiting, which, funny enough, was Marsu's final battle.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, it probably would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, if you're if you die and you have a final battle, it's probably going to be in the same year.
So what happened is, okay, he was put in charge of the Shu army against Wei. You are vaguely aware of those words, so therefore I will not explain them. And he was told explicitly, do not make your camp at the top of this hill because it makes your water supply vulnerable and we will die. But Marsu was like, yes, but we can see the enemy better from on top of a hill. So he went on top of the hill and, unsurprisingly, his water supply got cut off and got completely fucking owned. He managed to successfully retreat, and then Zhuge Liang was like, you fuckwit, you didn't listen to anyone, so they executed him.
Fantastic. Deservedly, it seems.
It's one of those where it's such a... Nepo isn't the right word, but it was such a friend hire because Zhuge Liang was good friends with Marsu.
Sure, okay.
But Zhuge Liang had been told like several times over, don't let him do anything important. And then he finally gets put in charge for a battle and does the one thing everyone told him not to do. That being said, Zhuge Liang got heavily criticised for this decision. To execute him, that is.
Okay. The decision to execute rather than the decision to hire.
Well, he was already hired. He was already a strategist. He just hadn't been put in such a vital role before. And bear in mind, this was like a good, not 30 years, but 10, 15 years into the establishment of the Three Kingdoms. There were plenty of veteran generals to put in charge, but instead, no, Marsu.
Sure.
But yeah, there's your little history lesson for today, because we were never allowed to do that Three Kingdoms podcast I really wanted to do. Yes, today is the start of August, literally as of recording, and we have a brand new themed month. Rick, do you want to explain what hell we're unleashing upon the earth?
We are diving into the depths of anime live action recreations. I think just so happens that all of these are on Netflix.
A lot of them. It feels like Netflix is that platform. I was going to say live action adaptations of anime in general do not go down well. And then I thought about it and I went, you know what? Live action adaptations of any cartoon is usually not done well.
Yeah, like even the MCU has probably more misses than hits.
Not even talking about the MCU, I'm thinking specifically of Disney and their attempts at every single older IP is just like, cool, live action now.
Yeah, just to keep themselves in the cultural zeitgeist, it seems.
And a lot of the MCU stuff isn't even direct adaptations of comic books.
Yeah. Like, some of it is a loose adaptation of, like, 3 or 4 storylines mashed together. And some things are in name only, and that's okay as well.
And it's not exclusive to the MCU, because look at Sony's shit show of an attempt at a cinematic universe.
Oh, yes. Yeah, but they're just copying the MCU's homework. And even then, they're just copying Spider-Man's homework.
They did Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know what I mean. You know what I mean, though. Like, it can basically be traced back to the Raimi Spider-Mans.
I don't know about that, because Batman did it first.
I guess, but also by the same token, I think Batman never stopped doing it.
I feel like you got that perspective because you were born at a time where there was already a lot of stuff out.
Yeah,
there were 30-year gaps between a lot of Batman things.
Yeah, I guess so. There's like a big gap between Adam West and the Tim Burton one.
And also, Adam West wasn't really a cinema figure; he was TV.
Yeah, he was a TV guy until he did the one movie, which was just the TV show long.
Which, you know, is a good way to do any movie for a TV show.
Yeah.
Anyway, tangent aside, we're kicking off with a bang, so to speak, because this is a live-action adaptation neither of us have watched, but we've both sure as shit watched the anime, and that is, of course, Death Note.
Yes! Death Note is one of the first anime I ever watched that wasn't just... in fact, I think it was the first anime that I watched that wasn't just cutesy stuff.
Wasn't just cutesy stuff or shonen, I assume.
Or shonen, yeah, I suppose Dragon Ball, yeah. But yeah, cutesy or shonen.
Mm-hmm.
So hold a special place in my heart for anime being able to be dramatic.
I get you. I do have some background information of Death Note, but I haven't really gone too in depth because, frankly, it's one of those things where, like, Death Note has really pierced the zeitgeist of popular media. Like, it would have been a niche thing if it came out in the 90s, but it came out during that fucking real explosion of the anime popularity.
Yeah, like, it's so popular, there's a fucking Simpsons episode of it.
I have that in my notes as well. That's literally one of my points. But yes, very quickly. Originally, it's a manga showing up in Shonen Jump between December 2003 and the final chapter of May 2006. It then got its anime adaptation in the same year, that being starting in October, running for a total of 37 episodes, and spawning the legendary meme back when fan dubs were a thing.
Yes, two of them, actually. One of them is just, I'll take the potato chip and eat it! And the other one was Keikakudori, translator's note, Keikaku means plan.
I believe the Keikaku one was the actual meme. I think the potato chip one came much later, didn't it?
Yeah, just according to Keikaku. Well, the potato chip one was actually earlier in the story.
No, I'm not talking about the place in the story. I'm talking about when it hit popular status.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the dub didn't come till like a couple of years later.
But yes, the live action, speaking of a couple of years later, the live action movie was made pretty much exclusively for Netflix. They own it. It's never going off the platform unless they sell the platform, and originally released on 25th of August 2017. Almost 10 years ago, Rick.
Cheese and biscuits, yeah.
I don't know fuck about shit when it comes to the cast list, apart from the fact that I think everyone was universally in agreement that when they said Willem Dafoe will be Ryuk, everyone was like, yeah, that's pretty perfect.
Yeah.
But yes, on the off chance you're watching this and you know nothing about Death Note, the plot is pretty simple. Boy, who's allegedly a genius, but that's debatable, finds a magic book that you write someone's name in and it kills them. And shit pretty much spirals from there.
Yeah, in the original pilot that ended up being scrapped, you could bring someone back to life by rubbing their name out.
That's dumb.
I know, that's why they got rid of it.
Yeah, no, that's a very good thing to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's a cool concept, but it would have really kind of fucked with the pacing.
Yeah, like bringing back, what was that? What was that lady's name in the early on? Well, I forget her name, but she's probably going to show up in this anyway.
Possibly. But yeah, I was going to go on a bit of a tangent about the author, but it turns out the author has written exclusively under a pen name, so no one knows exactly who it is. But we'll put a little footnote here for those who don't know. The author of Death Note is just a little bit tiny, itsy bitsy, misogynistic as fuck.
Yeah, a little bit.
And this is a well-known fact, and isn't even exclusive to him. It's a real problem in the mangaka industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Despite the fact there are plenty of successful ladies in the industry, looking at the Sailor Moon creator in particular, it's so baffling as to why they put their colleagues down like this.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's a brief overview of Death Note. Sorry to end on a bit of a bummer. For those of you who are not used to the channel or the format of the show, what we like to do before we get into the reaction and the review itself is talk about our weeks and the goings on in the wide universe. So with that in mind, Rick, have you been a busy bee this week?
Well, the main thing I did was watch the Fantastic Four.
Hey, I did that as well, so let's talk about it. Let's gush about it. Let's say what we liked and what we didn't.
The main thing is that I did not expect Sue Storm to be the best character by like 7 country miles.
Okay, I disagree. I thought it was Ben Grimm.
Okay, yeah, they like pretty much everyone had a decent shot at, being someone's favourite. For me, it was Sue Storm. And yeah, Ben Grimm was very compelling. He was a very compelling character, and it was nice to see that they showed him being like Jewish in the movie instead of just sweeping under the rug as well.
It's I wouldn't say it's a core part of his character, but like it is a part of his character that you should acknowledge. I did think it was weird when he grew the rock beard because I didn't see that coming in any way, shape, or form.
It was weird, yeah. I was like, wait, did he have this before? No, he just like has grown it.
I mean, they did make a big deal out of it. Like he was doing the whole comedy gag of like needing a rock grinder to shave his beard, and Johnny just goes, "You should grow a beard." Yeah. But yeah, I do like the fact that the entirety of this movie, they did not call him the Thing.
Yeah, they didn't call him the Thing, they just called him Ben.
Yeah.
And I also like they showed it in the trailers as well, that he only does clobber in time right at the end because he doesn't like it.
I didn't like that at all because it didn't feel like the moment for it.
Sure, fair enough.
Like it felt like the most forced thing.
Sure.
Like it just didn't fit at all. The circumstances didn't call for it. I know it's the iconic line, and I love the Thing going, "It's Barber in time, but it just didn't fit at all. It was very out of left field, and it felt like, oh shit, we have to say it once. Fuck it.
Yeah, because the very first Hulk movie got shit on for him not saying Hulk smash, so he says it once in the second movie.
It's really dumb. I'd rather not have it at all, because it just builds suspense. It's like Cap going Avengers Assemble in Endgame.
Yeah,
it was fucking earned.
yeah, that was earned. Yeah, like, and you could tell that it was earned because the music stopped.
But yes, the friend I went with had a very interesting talking point about this film, and that is Ralph Fiennes. Is it Ralph Fiennes? I don't think his first name's Ralph. Fucking really deep voice bloke. Who does Galactus in this? My buddy who I went with, you know who I'm talking about, Rick, but I don't use names in case he doesn't want his name to show up on the podcast. He was like, man, what a waste of an actor. They put all of that promotional material on him, and I went, let me fucking stop you there. I think you're a fan of this actor, and therefore you got a lot of hype from the actor for this film, because that's part of their job nowadays. There was no advertising material featuring Galactus. They did their best to make Galactus a surprise, even though everybody knew that it was going to be him if you knew about Ralph Ineson. Silver Surfer was great. Yeah,
it was kind of cool that Silver Surfer's the one that saves the day at the end.
But that's what the Silver Surfer does in every single story.
Yeah. I also got to reveal to my folks after the movie, oh yeah, you remember that big villain? It was the guy that talks about Drew Pritchard every 5 minutes.
Yeah, that would come as a surprise, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because they watch frickin' Storage Wars Salvage Hunters, like, every damn day. In the 5 minutes since I've last said his name, Drew Pritchard has spent 14 grand on shit.
It's not what he sounds like at all, though, is it?
No, it's not. He's a lot deeper than that. I can't do his deepness any justice.
So instead, you decided to do fucking a Thomas the Tank style narration.
Yeah, bloody Ringo Starr, yeah.
I'm just saying, that's a very different voice.
Yeah.
One of the little sneakies they pulled on us with the trailer is the last trailer featured little fan for, I've forgotten the fucking kid's name. Franklin, not Brooklyn. Why do I think Brooklyn?
That's frickin' Posh and Bex's kid.
Well, I was also just thinking of the place, but sure. Franklin, they showed him as the age he was during the end credit scene in the trailers, so it's very not confusing, but odd that he was a baby for the entire movie.
Yeah, like he was either a baby or 1 month old, or like right at the end, a year old.
Yeah, and in the end credit scene, he's like 6.
Yeah, and that's when probably not Robert Downey Jr., because it doesn't have to be. Dr. Doom shows up.
It wasn't. He didn't get a credit in the film.
Yeah, so it's just anybody wearing the Dr. Doom costume.
And that was before the actual proper credits as well. So if it was Robert Downey Jr., then they would have had to have put his name in the actual proper credits. I will say, I do think they've fucked up a bit by revealing that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom, because how cool would it have been if our first glimpse of Doom in the MCU, and it's just like, why the fuck is it Robbie Downey Jr.? Yeah. That would have been a lot cooler. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree.
I did like the detail as well early on where they're going through the Fantastic Four. This is why they're so good for humanity, and you had Sue Storm addressing the UN, and everyone's like on tenterhooks, and it cuts to the Latveria delegation, and there's just no one there. What a nice little touch.
Yeah, that's a cute little touch. Wouldn't it be funny if it turns out it's not Robert Downey Jr. and it's like fucking Tobey Maguire or something?
No, it wouldn't be funny at all.
Okay.
It'd be anti-funny, Rick. It would be like, what's this bullshit? Why is this happening? It would be the fucking Mandarin all over again. Don't get me started on that fucking shit show.
Yeah, oh well.
Anyway, I think The Fantastic Four was a decent movie. It didn't feel like traditional sounds like the right word at this point. Didn't feel like traditional Marvel crap. It felt like a real heartfelt film.
Yeah, it didn't feel as formulaic. I mean, obviously, it followed the formula.
Of course.
Because it has to. Like, if you have a hero movie, you have a villain. If you beat the villain, go. And then you put shit in the trailer, in the subtitles, not the subtitles, in the credits. That's just the formula. But other than that, like, the fact that it was completely detached from the MCU was like a really nice, like, little minor soft reboot, but like not really, because we know that it's detached from the main universe and detached from the main timeline.
We also know that they're joining the main timeline because we watched the fucking Thunderbolts. It's really bothersome to me that they didn't pay off that stinger.
Yeah, like they don't show us why they've come or anything. It's just everything is in the past.
In the past, in a different MCU as well.
Yeah,
it's a different part of the multiverse. It's why I hate multiverses in general. Trying to do a multiverse on the big screen is infuriating. But yeah, on the whole, I'm pretty high. Pedro Pascal would not have been my first choice to be Mr. Fantastic, but he did a good enough job. They did a real good job of not making us hate Reed Richards, but making us see why Reed Richards is such a fucking hateable character in the comics.
Yeah. They show us how he is flawed while also being on his side, you know?
I get the distinct feeling that Reed Richards might be taking the Iron Man-esque role of dickhead, intelligent man in the coming movies.
I mean, yeah, it was basically Reed and Tony were the dickhead smart guys on the ProReg side, weren't they?
Yes, Reed was pretty much... Okay, it depends, really, because I take a lot of my Marvel Civil War lore from the video game, and in that, Reed was definitely the number 2. But yeah.
Yeah.
Also, as a bit of a side now, the actress who played Sue Storm says she is super interested in playing Malice, so that would be interesting if that ever comes up.
Nice. But yes, Fantastic Four, watched it, enjoyed it. Really liked the fake 60s style aesthetic as well, where it felt like an episode of the Jetsons, but like brought down to Earth level.
I kind of get you, yeah. I do like as well that Galactus is still just straight up a threat. All they did was send him to the opposite end of the universe. It's like, it's going to take him like 999 years to get back to Earth. By then, he probably won't be a problem. But it's one of those where I just appreciate that Galactus isn't a thing you can beat, because he's meant to be a force of nature, effectively.
Yeah, best you can do is send him away. Or bargain with him, which normally doesn't work because, you know, the hunger cosmic is a thing. But yes. Other things that happened. Anita Sarkeesian is back in the cultural zeitgeist.
The fucking who, the what now?
Do you remember Gamergate?
I mean, I remember the name, but I never really got invested into it because it just sounded like incel bullshit.
Essentially it was. She was the one that was spearheading, complaining about exploitative practices in video games.
Oh, I know who this is. Is this the one that hasn't done a U-turn, but basically says, hey, censorship bad?
Yeah. This time she's on the side of gamers, especially lewd ones, basically saying, yeah, exactly that censorship it doesn't help people, and freedom of expression is a big deal. So, you know, good on her for having principles that align with me.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's a fundamental thing to easily agree with. The big problem with censorship is the same old fucking argument that the censorship side always says. And that is, oh God, won't someone please think of the children? And it's like, okay, cool. I agree. Children shouldn't be able to easily access, or rather access at all, pornographic content. That's always the first thing they argue about. And it's an easy stance to agree with, yeah. However, it very quickly snowballs, and in fact leads into a new story I was going to tell you about, which is the group that went after the porn games on Steam have now already moved on and been like, cool, we must now eradicate all mentions of LGBT-ness in video games, and that's their next target. It's always the same fucking story. It starts with no porn, and then it's like, okay, now we've got to deal with them damn filthy queers. Yep.
It's the leopards are now coming to eat someone else's face.
Well, it's not though, because most people in the gay community or the LGBT community, however they wish to be referred to, all saw this coming from a mile away. Because it happens time and time again. Rick, you and I like D&D. We're familiar with the Satanic Panic. We weren't around during it, but we know it was a thing. It's the same thing again, only now video games is the new enemy. And it's the new enemy, same as the old enemy.
Yep, new enemy, same as the old enemy, but it's just newer. And it's one that's making money, and we want their money.
They don't want the money. They want to control what you look at. It's not safe to be gay. They want it to be an unsafe environment to ever be open with your feelings.
Yeah, it's ghoulish.
And they won't stop at LGBT either, guys. That's just the next road bump.
Yeah. Next one is, where are you on the Deluxe chart? Well, you need to be executed.
Did y'all motherfuckers read the poem? Did you? Can you read it for us?
Yeah. And something a bit more fun. Did you expect that a Game Boy Advance game was going to come out this year?
I mean, I think the obvious answer is no.
Yep. So Shantae, Risky Revolution, it actually came out last week for the Game Boy Advance, but it's also available for other systems. You can get it on Steam, on Switch, and all that. If you get it on not the Game Boy Advance, you can toggle HD graphics and stuff like that. But the Game Boy Advance version is like fundamentally the same game. It takes place between the traditional Game Boy Advance game and Risky's Revenge, which came out about like 7 or 8 years ago.
I am just going to two things. I will address your point in a moment. The other thing I'm going to mention is, Rick, I think I can hear the chainsaws you were mentioning.
Yes.
Okay, so because I can hear it over Discord's noise suppression, I think we should just address that briefly for the audience and apologise.
Yes. Apologies to everybody for all the chainsaws that are going on outside my house. They're killing a tree.
So the funny thing is, Rick, is I was like, what the fuck is that noise? And I kept taking my headphones off and I couldn't hear it anymore before remembering what you told me before we started today. But yes, back to the Shantae thing. I'm not against them releasing a Game Boy Advance game in 2025. I do have the very valid question of why.
Yeah, I think it's a case of they wanted to work within the limitations of, like, old hardware. Like, quite a lot of the time you get these, like NES D-makes of games. I think they just wanted to build a game from the ground up around that.
But who's realistically going to buy a Game Boy Advance game?
Oh, exactly. Like, the only people that are doing it are people that are, like, super fans of the game and just want to buy a physical copy that plays on something in addition to the Steam key or whatever.
I think it's a good marketing ploy, and it's a good gimmick. Yeah. And it would be a cool piece of merch to own if you're a Shantae fan, but on a practical level, it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah, apparently she's got a bunch of new transformations, and I can't remember them off the top of my head, but yeah, cool. But yes, that's it for me and mine. How about you? How have you been? What have you seen?
Before I jump into that, did you watch the Direct?
I did not.
No, neither did I. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. Nothing new for the Switch, new and exclusive for the Switch 2 was announced.
Yeah, I think there's Monster Hunter Stories 3 and that's about it.
Yeah, but who gives a... Okay, I can't say who gives a fuck because there is a huge fan base for that game series, but who gives a fuck? But yeah, as to my week, we already talked about the Fan 4, which is the big thing I did this week. The other thing that happened that is kind of straddling the border between what I did and what happened in the wide world is Sabaton released 2 new songs.
Sweet.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I've been giving Sabaton shit, but I do remember that they've released a couple of new tracks from their album, and I've been like, they're kind of par for the course. It's still Sabaton, and it's got that Sabaton sound to it, so it's good in that aspect, but it's kind of, I wouldn't say lazy, but feels like phoning it in. And then they released these 2 songs, and I went, fuck it, these 2 are bangers.
Yeah.
So you got 2 songs. One is called, I didn't write down the names of the titles. I believe it's called Duelist. It's a song all about Miyamoto Musashi, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's very good. It's got a unique hook to it, and also like it's about Musashi Miyamoto. It's nice to see them tackling non-European figures again.
Yeah, it's interesting because like obviously they're normally pretty focused around World War II.
Well, their last 2 albums have been World War II, but it's not their main focus. I think people forget that before the World War II albums, they did The Last Stand, which was, funny enough, all about last stands, including fucking the Winged Hussars, which, granted, is still Polish, but, medieval-style history rather than modern. I remember when they released a single called Steel Commanders, and the fucking picture for it was a knight, and everyone was like, oh, yeah, we're doing fucking medieval shit again, and, Steel Commanders is actually about tank commanders. You fucks. But the other song they released is, I can't remember the title at all, but it's about Hannibal, the guy who crossed the Alps with the elephants.
Yeah, good old Hannibal.
Yeah, that is actually my favourite song so far from the new album.
Cool, sweet.
It's very good. It's got a unique kick to it. But yeah, I'm mostly bringing them up because one, I kind of suspected you were going to talk about Fantastic Four and therefore steal my thunder, and also because again I realise I've given them shit for the last couple of releases, so I wanted to remedy that a little bit.
Sure. Cool beans.
Ready for some news?
Let's go.
Rick and Morty is getting a spin-off based around President, I've forgotten the actor's name.
Oh, yeah,
Anderson.
Yeah,
Keith David.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I was also scrambling.
So President Keith David is getting his own spin-off cartoon, and I don't know if it's just because it's Keith David's job to be hype about projects and hype them up, but he seems legitimately excited to be doing more of the President from Rick and Morty, so that's fun.
That's rather cute.
The cartoon itself has been described as, problems that the President has to solve rather than Rick from Rick and Morty.
Sure, okay, I get it.
And we've seen that the President can solve problems. There was that entire episode where he had a fucking dick swinging contest with Rick.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I probably won't watch it because I haven't watched Rick and Morty in earnest since like season 4, but it's good to see new things.
It is, it absolutely is.
In other news, after getting their new Paramount deal, South Park is already immediately getting under noted paedophile President Trump's skin.
Yeah.
Now they don't. Go on, sorry.
I saw bits. I didn't see the episode, but I did see the "We Got Trumped" AI thing that they put out. That was very funny.
Hey, guess what? It wasn't AI. They released some behind the unless they AI doctored the behind the scenes shots, which isn't beyond impossible, but it seems weird if they did. They shared some behind the scenes shots, and it is just a guy, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, they did a really good job in making it look like AI slop.
Yeah. What? So they got a guy to look like him, did they?
Pretty much, yeah. Like you could just look it up. They tweeted it, so I just saw a screen cap. I didn't actually, we don't use Twitter anymore. It's a cesspool.
Sure. Like I think they did put out they said that it was synthetic materials, but they didn't actually say it was AI. So that's pretty funny.
Well, it could very well be that they used a real actor and then fucked around with it with AI. That is an ethical use of AI, in my opinion, because no one has lost a job in that instance.
Yeah, totally.
But whatever. But yeah, they don't. Dude, they got under Trump's skin so effectively by just saying he had a tiny penis.
Yep.
That's all they had to do. Rick, the White House made an official statement.
Oh yeah. I love how the White House also made a statement saying how frickin' out of touch and irrelevant South Park is, and the fantastic part about that is that this was a statement from the White House saying so it can't be that irrelevant.
It's so silly. You also have a bunch of fucking Republicans going in full-on meltdown mode, being like, oh, how come they always target Republicans? And it's like, when there was a Democratic president, they took the piss out of him all the time.
Yeah, they take the piss out of everybody. That's like the point of South Park is taking the piss out of literally everybody.
The first episode that involved Obama was him using the presidency as cover to have a jewel heist. It's so dumb and silly. I love the South Park guys when they do shit like this. It's very dumb. They did have an interview almost immediately afterwards, and they were like, "Hey guys, what's up with that?" And they did the fucking "We're sorry," like the fucking BP guy in that one episode.
Sorry.
But yes, speaking of AI, have you heard about YouTube's new AI idea?
What's the new AI idea? Is this the one where they're using AI to figure out your age?
Yeah. What the fuck, guys?
Like, I get it.
I don't.
However,
it's dumb. Like, Rick, I watch Let's Players. They're not targeted at adults.
No, they're not. If your Google account is 15 years old, you're probably over 18.
But they don't care because you've got the viewing habits of a child.
Yeah.
Like, oh, jeez. It's dumb. It's really dumb. And by the way, the censorship thing just went into effect in the UK where you can't access, or rather, sites kind of have to opt into this and have their own way of monitoring it, where Reddit's got this thing, for example, where you have to upload your ID effectively to a company that no one knows a lot about, but you can super trust them, guys, in order to access 18 plus subreddits, which everyone's just like, oh, don't be a gooner. And it's like, do you know how many fucking not safe for work subreddits have nothing to do with porn?
Yeah. There's that, and the other one is the Hub is linked with an external verification service where one of the things you can do is just link up your bank account, which is, super legit and super normal.
When you say the Hub...
Yes, that one.
Just say the name, Rick. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah, Pornhub.
Yeah, cool. Well, Pornhub did this thing not too long ago where they're like, "Hey guys, you can now sign in with your Google account." And I remember seeing that and going, "No."
Yeah, I want the opposite of this.
No, I'm not doing this. It's like, all it does is, first of all, these hurdles are non-existent. They are easily bypassed via methods that fucking, one of the things is this was so funny to me. One of the things is, someone used, or a website used, might have even been Discord, I can't remember, was take a picture of yourself and then we're going to use AI to analyze it and see if you're over 18. And people just took pictures of Norman Reedus from Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, because it's detailed enough to defeat the pictures.
These, well, fuck it. It's legislation. It's law.
Yeah.
They're all being brought into place by people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. And people who assume that every company is a tech giant.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Like, there are some websites that are straight up just like, we can't be arsed with this shit. You live in the UK, therefore you can't access this website. One of the websites I went to even said, your government is full of retards. And I was like, that's really funny, but also I probably can't use that word on the internet during an official proper thing. But I'm just quoting someone, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's a quote. It's a quote.
Exactly. And I'm like, I don't disagree with this sentiment, but that being said, you got a bunch of people like laughing, I say laughing, but like kind of poking fun at the UK at the moment because of these new, frankly archaic laws. Australia's doing it as well, and I've got some bad news for you if you're listening in Europe. Guess what they're trialling in your countries, specifically France and Spain?
Yeah. If you got a VPN, then make sure it does things outside of Europe as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying, look at the UK and what we're doing. A lot of governments were effectively waiting on another government to do it first.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which is a shame.
Oh yeah, it's fucking annoying. France, if you want to get into one of your revolutionary buggery moods, now might be the time.
Yeah. So yeah, we this is something that nobody wants. But oh well.
Rick, in a bit of a funny story, at least to me, ex-CEO Andy Byron has stated that he intends to sue Coldplay for ruining his life.
Oh, okay. I don't know who this is.
It's the guy that got caught at the Coldplay concert cheating on his missus.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
fantastic.
Fucking, I think if he legitimately attempts to sue them, he will be laughed out of court.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a public, oh god, I remember seeing we didn't bring this up when it happened because it was such a nothing story that we didn't care about. The only reason I'm bringing it up now is like, that's fucking hilarious. You cheated on your missus, you got caught in a very public way, but it's Coldplay's fault?
Yeah, it's apparently Coldplay's fault and not your own.
Like, you chose to have an affair, you chose to do so in a very public place, and you happened to get caught on a camera. And that picture, by the way, is still so funny, the way there you go from smiling to shock, horror, gasp.
Yep.
But yeah. Alrighty, Rick, last but not least, this is not a wrestling podcast.
Oh no, what's happened this week?
Well, this one's a bit of a weird one, because it kind of happened last week, but we recorded a day early. Wrestling legend and icon Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Shit. That was like, yeah, it was a week ago, so I just like filed it away on last week.
Literally
the
Friday, afternoon after we recorded. It was on Thursday. It was on the day we recorded. It was just in the evening.
Yeah.
And gotta be honest with you, Rick, I've been sort of tackling with this mentally almost all week when I'm like, I have to bring up on the podcast, Hulk Hogan is an icon. It's just, this passing has really torn me up inside because I have never once praised Hulk Hogan in his life because he is a fundamentally racist, horrible scumbag. There are very few redeeming qualities about Hulk Hogan the man. However, on the flip side, Hulk Hogan the character is iconic, and love the man or hate the man, I generally don't like Hulk Hogan as a human being, but you cannot deny the fact that without Hulk Hogan, wrestling probably wouldn't be as popular in the West as it is.
Oh yeah, you've definitely got him as a performer and as a character to thank for wrestling becoming explosively popular in the 90s.
However, 80s, mate.
Yeah, 80s and 90s, yeah.
No, 90s he fucked off and almost ruined. Oh, okay, I guess the NWO were pretty popular, but it very much became stale very quickly and they couldn't let it go. Also, that was for the rival company, which we didn't get for free in the UK.
Sure.
So in the UK, it was WWF or nothing.
Sure.
But yeah, Hulk Hogan as a character and a figure in wrestling is undeniably important and will go down in records and in the history books in a positive light. Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea the man, however, is a horrible, despicable human being, and I have never once in my life thought that you dying gives you a clean slate.
Yeah, absolutely. definitely.
You could go back through 228 episodes of the podcast, and every single time I've brought up Hulk Hogan, it's been, man, what a shit human being, and what's he done now?
Yep, exactly.
For those of you who don't know, there's plenty of things that you can point to him for. The racism, the openly supporting and championing Donald Trump are the most recent things that people probably remember. But back in the 80s, early 90s even, they were on the cusp of making a union for wrestlers, and Jesse Ventura has been very open about this. He went around the locker room and he was getting the boys together and being like, we need to make a union, because he just came back from Hollywood.
Yeah. So he's seen how unions work well, yes.
Exactly, and everyone was like, this seems like a pretty good idea, and Jesse Ventura's argument was like, if we all stand together, they can't fire all of us, which is pretty much the entire basic fundamental building block of a union. Who goes running to Vince McMahon?
Yeah, the blonde bastard himself.
Exactly, and Vince McMahon does indeed just straight up say, I will fire everybody who does this, and everyone went, I need this money to live, and they weren't willing to call that bluff, because all you needed was like 2 or 3, well, not even 2 or 3, all you needed was a handful of wrestlers to go like, I'm not joining this general union, and continue wrestling to completely fuck it, and Hulk Hogan was the linchpin for that, and Jesse Ventura knew this, and I don't think he ever really forgave Hogan for that, but he also told Hogan to his face, I did this for the boys. I don't care if there's a wrestlers union. I'm an actor now.
Yeah.
I'm part of one. I'm fine. You just fucked everything. To this day, there is no wrestling union.
Yeah, even now that McMahon's gone.
There will never be a wrestling union. I know it's pretty dire to, the old adage of never say never, but there will never be a wrestling union, and this is a big part of it. So, that sucks. There's also the whole say your prayers and eat your vitamins, you can be just like me, while clearly on steroids.
Oh, yeah.
Someone did also show an image of, 76, lived his life on drugs and all that, and passes away at 76, referring to Ozzy Osbourne. Super jacked, went to the gym every day, Hulk Hogan passes away at 71, and it's like, dude, Hulk Hogan was on steroids and did so much blow in the 80s.
Oh yeah, they were probably on about the same amount of drugs if you count up steroids.
Even without the steroids, Hulk Hogan, all the wrestlers in the 80s and the 90s were rock stars. They fucking did drugs.
Oh yeah.
It was very uncommon for someone to not be into that scene. So much so it actually fills me with joy seeing nowadays the modern wrestlers being like, yeah, here's my custom built PS5 that I can play with a screen built into it, instead of being like, look at this mountain of blow I can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, in short, a legend in the wrestling business who was a notorious liar as well. He would have been so much more respected if he just told stories honestly, but he always had to change the focus of the story to be like, actually, that was me, brother.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Every single story, it was actually Hulk. But yeah, passing of an industry legend, so I'll just end it with this. Please rest in peace, cunt Hogan.
Seconded.
Alrighty, Rick, with the news out of the way, let's get to, we're watching Death Note the movie, aren't we? Do you want to count us in?
Yeah, it's Death Note, the Netflix adaptation. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, you can't watch this anywhere but Netflix, unless they did like a DVD release, which is possible. They did that for early Netflix stuff.
Yeah, they did. And quite a lot of the time, sometimes it just ends up on like freaking BBC One for some reason.
Okay, I think that's part of like the trade deal they have with them, because they've got basically the rights to BBC shit in America.
Sure, okay.
I say basically the rights because I don't know if they've still got them. At one point, they had the rights to all the BBC stuff.
Sure, so like you can watch like Bridgerton and all that shit.
But possibly, I'm not familiar with Bridgerton.
Oh, me either. By the way, I've also got subtitles on for this, even though it's in English.
I've always got subtitles on as default if there's a subtitle option.
Yeah, but I checked whether or not I had it in English or whatever, but yeah, English is the default because it's like made in English.
Yeah, I mean, this is effectively an American adaptation when you think about it, because it's set in American version of everything.
Yeah.
That being said, I know very little about this live-action adaptation. I know 2 things. First and foremost, it is almost universally said it's crap.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, I don't know if this is true, but it's what I've been told, and therefore I've always mocked it for it. And that is, in this version, Elle gets a magic space gun.
Yeah, yeah, so weird. Is that our Light Yagami?
Yes, I assume so. I don't want to be too skeezy when it comes to the cheerleaders, because this might be high school.
Oh, it's definitely high school.
Yeah, which, you know. Wait, she shouldn't be smoking.
It's high school. Try and find a high school without any smokers.
She shouldn't be smoking so publicly.
It might be a college.
I'm a cheerleader that can get railed by the entire college football team, but I want this creepy, mysterious stranger who's definitely not thinking of killing everyone he meets.
This incel nerd.
God damn it. You're so right, and I hate it. Well, that's just it, though. It's like, in the original Death Note, like, he doesn't really show much attraction to women. Or anyone.
Yeah, he's like Ace Arrow, and the only reason he uses Misa is because he's using Misa.
Although, that being said, if you knew absolutely nothing about it, it does feel like Elle and Light are gonna fuck.
It does a bit, yeah. It's raining books. Pick it up, nerd.
I'm also curious how far in the story they're gonna get, because with an hour and 40, there's no way they can wrap it all up, right?
Like, apparently Elle comes in. Like, they don't... Like, in an hour and 40... In an hour and 40, they could just make it the story of that one investigator lady.
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
The one that would have been too powerful if they didn't kill her off immediately.
Okay, very important character we got there. We've got Boy 2.
Here we get to see he's got a sense of justice.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. I'm sure this douchebag jock will listen to my well-reasoned argument.
Yeah, well goaded.
Oh no, shock horror. What kind of father names their child Light? In a manga and an anime, yeah, sure, it's bullshit. But this is meant to be like an American high school. You're gonna get so bullied.
Yeah, he's a proper tragedy.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, so r/tragedy is a subreddit of people with really unfortunate, unique names. And the tragedy is spelt with an EIGH.
I kind of figured it was the way you were pronouncing it was on purpose. Dude, I don't know. I know we're British and not American, but like, do American places really have just a building, a room that says detention? Because in our fucking schools, it was just like, yeah, you're going to the CAF.
Yeah, you're going to detention is in this room today. Go do that. The funny time was when it was when detention was so oversubscribed, they put it in a bigger room that was posher than normal.
Posher than normal, you say?
Yes. Instead of being like a freaking bunch of workbenches in the science labs, which I don't know why they put detention there. They put it next to the governor's lawn, which is a room that never got used.
Right.
And also the lawn also never got used, apart from for fire drills.
Well, yeah. The annoying thing is we might have been able to see some really funny names in there, but he fucking flipped the pages far too quickly to get anything.
Ryuk's lost his marbles.
And there was an apple on the desk.
There was indeed.
I do like the fundamental question, the silly question of like which fictional detectives would be able to solve the Kira case, and it's like, yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
Like isn't as clever as he thinks he is. It takes L about 5 minutes to narrow it down from the entire country of Japan to a specific precinct.
Yeah. And I think Batman will be able to do it quite easily.
Yeah.
We've all seen the Columbo episode.
It's very funny.
And he wins by having met Ryuk in the past.
You gotta give credit where credit is due. Ryuk does look good here.
He does.
That might be the last compliment I give this movie.
This 80s music is fantastic.
Now, this is weird, isn't it? Because I don't remember Ryuk being such a fucking drama queen when he first met Light in the anime.
Yeah, I think this is just a movieism.
Well, it's also like Shinigami are fundamentally rooted in Japanese mythology and folklore, right? So it'd be a bit less to explain, right?
Yeah, I suppose. So, now we get to speak to Ryuk.
I am just thinking like Willem. There's going to be a fucking jump scare in a minute, isn't there? Oh no, they're way less subtle with it than I thought they'd be.
Yeah, nice. Some great Willem Dafoe-isms right there. I just ate all your butterflies.
So you see, Light starts out as a good guy because he stops at a sexual assault happening. It really does weird me out a bit that people defend Light so heavily when he drops his morals as of episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first started watching Death Note, and I watched Death Note way after the fact. We're talking but before this movie came out by a bit. It wasn't and I remember being like, wow, I wonder how long it's going to take Light to spiral. Oh, episode 2!
Yep.
where he just kills a cop.
Yeah. Just because she's it was the one that was just in on the train, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, the episode 3 I loved. Episode 3 was my all-time favorite episode, and I wouldn't say it went downhill from there, but it was hard to reach that fucking high again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they going to skip the if you don't write a method, it's just a heart attack?
I'm guessing so.
The 18 age rating now makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? If they are going to show a decapitation this early on.
Yeah, live decap.
How stupid is this going to be? Because it's already not great. Jesus.
Yeah, sweet, yeah. The middle of the head, fantastic. And now there's all that mess to clean up.
Yeah, this could be difficult to explain.
What happened here? Oh, I had a tanty.
The train guy was drunk! Well, I can relate to that. It's not quite that bad, but, you know. Oh, they completely changed the family dynamic for Light then.
Yeah, so Soichiro is Sam Neill.
Sorry?
Well, it's not Sam Neill. He just looked a bit like him in the first shot.
Okay, but what I'm saying is they changed the family dynamic for Light.
Yeah, so instead of having a full family with a little sister Sayu, it's just
also
dad.
Clearly being well off.
Hmm.
Mind you, I suppose the important factor is that his dad is a cop, and that's about the only thing that matters, right?
So it would seem.
Or at least probably what the people who are translating it to this medium.
And like having a little sister is a plot point, but only later on when she gets kidnapped.
Yeah. Also, Japanese cops have guns.
They do. Oh, they turned him into Ryotaro Dojima.
I hate all of this. Yeah, this was not the family dynamic at all in the original, was it?
No, the mum was still alive.
And even without the mum there, the dad was a very caring dad.
He was a caring dad. They didn't argue at all.
No.
They had each other's backs and everything.
This portal-ass music. How many rules are there? Because I remember there only being like 4 or 5.
Yeah, when I read it, there was like 14 rules and like 8 of them were fake.
Ha!
Stuff that Ryuk put in there just to get people to use it more often. Like, if you don't use it for more than 7 days, then you die as well. That's a fake rule.
And a lot of Ryuk's motivation is just he got bored.
Yeah.
Which they haven't shown the Shinigami realm at all. Like Ryuk's just here. So, are we even going to encounter the other one with Misa? Are we even going to see Misa? Is her name Misa? I forget.
Yeah, Misa Ramani. So yeah, there's Rem and Jealous, I guess. I think Jealous is the one that dies so that Misa can get her note.
Right.
And then there's a 4th one who's got like the note that that Mikhail Kale ends up with.
Why does he look like a monkey now? He looked really good in the last shot, and this shot he looks fucking terrible.
Yeah. He looked great when he was out of focus.
He's not even in focus, he's in pitch fucking darkness and you can't see him. And his silhouette looks more ape-like than... Okay, he's got some monkey characteristics anyway, but...
Yeah, I get it.
We can't trust the American audience to understand the word Shinigami, so we must say it outright with Death God. It almost feels like they're implying that this is the only one.
Hmm. Yeah, because the previous died. Well, they try and go, oh yeah, because the previous owner dies. No, it's because he kills them.
By the way, the warning is totally legit. Ryuk is not your friend.
Oh no, he's not. Like, he's literally the one that kills Light in the end.
Well, even without that, like, in the original anime, Ryuk is outright antagonistic to Light, mostly because it's funny.
Yeah. And even the faces, so that you know that you're thinking about the right one.
Oh yeah, because so many people share the same names. What horrible death did he write? They're not going to show us because they're going to show us.
Hopefully.
Well, because if it's the person who got away with murdering your mother, chances are he's not going to be kind, is he? Oh, yeah, dude, that's gross. Don't swallow champagne while you're chewing. That's common sense. Oh. Like, the squelch was all I needed, but yeah.
Stabbed through the throat while surrounded by people who he thinks he respects.
Don't come in, I'm having a wank. Not in the UK, not without a licence.
You got a permit for that wank?
Well, I probably shouldn't be. There's this one weird thing that people always take in that, like, you shouldn't revel in death. And it's like, if a horrible person dies, you're okay to not feel bad about that.
Yeah, like, we skirted around it with Hulk Hogan earlier. And,
I'm not happy he died, but I don't care that he died. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, he didn't personally wrong me, therefore I'm not going to be, like, super happy.
I'm not going to piss on his grave or anything, but he wasn't a nice person.
Hmm.
And if I wasn't a wrestling fan, which the vast majority of people aren't, all they're going to know him for is the shit he did. And the shit he did was pretty bad.
Yeah.
There we go, Ryuk looks good again. I think they're just really fucking up with having him in too dark a lighting sometimes.
Yeah, when he's not laughing, when his teeth aren't out. If his mouth is closed, he don't look as good.
Might be it, actually. I think you're onto it. She is wearing very she is scantily clad, shall we say. I hope the actress is over 18.
I think all the actors are over 18, and it's just they're portraying Light as just under 18, and hopefully others are over.
Well, he's explicitly under 18. Like, if anything, I think that would put him at 16.
No, I think Kenny was over 18, and I think they're implied to be in the same year, so Light is probably in the same year.
But he was explicitly saying that Kenny was held back 2 years, and he's 18, which would put Light at 16.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't get that part, yeah. Light Turner.
No, thank you. Not that name. No. I know they can't use Yagami because it's too Japanese, but Turner? Is his cousins with Timmy?
No, there's a worse Turner.
Is there?
Yeah.
Is it known rapist Brock Turner?
Yes, known rapist Brock Alan Turner, who now goes by Alan Turner because people know him as Brock Turner.
I felt like my joke of him getting the Death Note and fucking Timmy getting Wanda and Cosmo was funnier. I get a Shinigami who kind of wants to kill me, but I get unlimited wishes. Who got the best deal here?
Yeah.
Fuck off, he's not just showing her the Death Note. Is he stupid?
This isn't New Misa, is it?
He is stupid.
He is stupid.
I kind of want to fuck Ryuk. Oh, they're just changing all the rules. This is definitely the only Death Note in this universe, isn't it?
Apparently.
Don't show her that. This is stupid. Rick, this is stupid. Why is it so stupid?
It's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
This isn't okay, though. This is dumb. Light's an idiot. It's one of the core points of the story is that Light is quite intelligent.
Yeah, now he's doing this without a VPN.
We're 25 minutes in. Ryuk looked like Vash the Stampede for a second there.
He did a bit.
It's an interesting decision, isn't it, for a hostage situation? Do you think they don't have sharpshooters? And if this was real, it would be like bang, 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 bang.
Gets run over by a... Yeah.
It's fucking Final Destination shit.
Yeah. After saluting. Steps in traffic. Performs a military salute. Is struck and killed. Well, really, you didn't. Really, it was kind of the person driving the truck.
Well, again, the point is to demonstrate that yes, he does in fact have this power.
Yeah, he's got that amount of control over reality.
Okay, so she's called Mia, according to the subtitles. All of these changes that they've done so far, Rick, and I'm sure you're agreeing with me, are for the worse.
Yeah. Like, Mia just being a normal person that he confides in. It's kind of crap, because we know that she's able to, well, not only able, but liable to sell him out already.
But more importantly than that, like, Light started out as, like, I mean, it seems like they're leading to it now, but Light started out as, I must change the world, and for that I'll destroy anyone who gets in my way. Like, that very quickly becomes the new MO. But in this, it was like his starting motivation is, oh, I get bullied at school.
I get bullied at school and my mum's dead.
Also, there's only one Death Note in this universe, which is dumb.
Yeah, and you can't just, like, pass it off and...
Oh, now they've both got the horn.
They got the death horn. Oh yeah, good old boy asking for... Yes, you are!
I don't know. I think in this situation, it's quite clear that she wants him.
Yeah, like, okay. But it's good to know that you have consent, you know, kids. Emphasis on kids.
She went into his house and was...
Yeah.
She's the one in charge here.
Yeah, she went to his bedroom. Yeah, she's the predator.
That's not what I said.
I like that one frickin' Discord snip of, yeah, she's hot. Dude, she's 17. Yeah, I'm 14. If anything, she's a paedophile.
Okay. I say funny, the annoying thing about this is the Death Note could not be involved in this process of events at all. Like, all Light needed in this story was to have the sex.
Yeah.
Starts with murderers and rapists, and it very quickly goes, no stealing, no littering.
It sort of means kill Akira.
I want to kill whoever wrote the script.
Kira.
You must admit, like, how pissed would you be if you were one of these genocidal fucking world leaders and it's like you got taken down by a teenager with a fucking death boner?
Yeah, with a book. A nerd with a book.
They're fucking speedrunning the story, aren't they?
They are. Although, like, this part of the story being speedrun is kind of okay.
But like, L got involved before it got this bad.
Yeah.
Granted, it automatically... Oh, fuck it. This would happen, though.
Yeah, you get people worshipping the arsehole.
But that's just it, though. It's like, I guess that's one of the costs you have to pay making this an American story. Because when it was isolated to Japan, it's like, yeah, it's an isolated incident, so we're bringing in this expert and doing X, Y, Z. And we can limit it. And then eventually he goes worldwide. He does keep it localized to Japan very, very much so. But in general, America's considered like the world to a lot of people. So It kind of makes sense making this change. I believe this is RL.
Okay.
Red gloves! What did the sex people do?
I love that statement. What did the sex people do?
Oh, yeah, prostitution isn't a crime worthy of death.
No, it's not.
And why is this version of L already in Japan when it's taking place in America predominantly?
I guess the reason is that they had people write all those messages in Japanese.
I guess. Oh, they kept the sweet thing anyway.
Yeah. So this is Watari, is it?
I don't fucking know anymore. I really hope that no one involved in this project was a fan of Death Note before they got cast.
Yeah, me too. Oh man, just imagine working on this and having to shit on something that you enjoy.
And a lot of these actors are... I didn't do any in-depth analysis, but Willem Dafoe's the only established actor in this thing that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
And a lot of these actors are on the young side of things, understandably so. It's a young person-focused show. Like, they're not going to have the clout to, if they are fans of Death Note, be like, maybe we should not do this, or maybe we should do it this way. Like, not like Henry Cavill on the set of Witcher being like, hey, we should include this because it's cool. I always say Cavill, but I think it's Cavill, isn't it?
It's good enough. Like, we know who you mean. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
And I'm assuming Dad Dearest here is going to get roped into the Kira investigation right now.
Yeah, getting pulled into the Kira task force.
That's the thing as well. So far, we haven't seen Kira kill any cops on his trail.
No, he hasn't.
Which, again, is another diversion from the story. Because, again, episode 2...
They're going to pull in his... they're going to end up having him kill his dad personally in this.
Maybe. I think he more or less killed his dad in the anime. I know it was very roundabout, but it was because of him.
Oh, yeah. He orchestrated what happened.
Yeah.
And, like, the machinations was basically get his dad to see that Light didn't have... or that Light did have a timer over his head, and that you could, like, actually still see a set name, proving that he wasn't a note holder.
Also not what happened. Like, they kind of treated Kira as not that big of a deal really early on, but, like, the only reason, like, the cops didn't speak out against Kira was, like, we're not getting put on the fucking list.
Yeah. Like, the fact that L is fake is not a million miles silly, because L is also the number 2 and number 3 detectives, proving that it's okay to have a fake detective in your top 3.
Yeah. I'll give the actor credit. That's a pretty difficult pose to pull off.
It is.
Like, yeah, they've made some adjustments because you can't fucking literally dangle on your feet unless you're like a pro gymnast, but it's pretty good.
Hmm.
I don't remember him being quite a messy eater. But it's been a while.
Messy person, probably not messy eater. He was normally pretty meticulous with his eating, so because he wanted to get all his calories.
And usually when he put a sweet in his mouth, he put one in very carefully.
Yeah.
But again, I could be misremembering. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it was so that it was time for... it was an opportunity for the artist to draw food porn.
I don't like this plot point at all. Like, it kind of fundamentally ruins the character. Or is that just me?
It diverges the character.
I think it ruins it. Being motivated partially by I'm really horny.
Yeah,
makes the character actively worse.
Yeah, because the original one was, like, specifically not. So they got Elle in this grody apartment block.
That's good cover, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, on brand. I don't know why that tickled me, but it did.
Yeah, the people serving Ale are just used to hand out means ice cream, please.
It bothers me a little bit that it wasn't a trap, but it does still show deductive reasoning, so I guess I can't be too mad.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay, so this is going to be the attempt at that plot, yeah? Or not, because he's not showing his face, and it is actually him by the looks of things. I don't know. That's a fun little robot.
Nice. Yeah, so he's doing his soul. I'm going to be Ryuzaki or whatever.
Yeah. I would like a bit more of a timescale as to how long it took him for getting 400 people, you know?
Like a week.
A week, that's impressive, but... Yeah, so he's already sussed out the face thing, right?
Yeah, he's not explicitly done any good guys yet.
No. To be fair, Ryuk's reaction there is pretty much everyone's reaction to that part in the anime.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, if I was Ryuk, I'd be probably just giving stuff to L. Because it's funny.
But in this universe, he can't do that, can he?
Unless he can give his own notebook over. But yeah, it's not shown that he has his own.
In this universe, there appears to only be the one, like I said, which again also fundamentally just fucks with the plot.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, Rick, we're almost halfway done, and I'm not any more entertained than I was when we started. I'm mostly just mad.
Yeah, we're less entertained because we've not had the first... You can only have the first revelation of Defoe Ryuk once.
This is true. This is very true. And also, we're clearly... Well, okay, he hasn't started killing law officials yet, but I get a suspicion we're not going to get the best moment from the anime. The shot of that woman going off to the gallows, it's really depressing. It hits you in the gut.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's a trope from. It's just a straight up fucking detective series trope because they did that in Dexter as well.
Yeah, you think you know when you're sat across the room from someone who's done all these murders. Ha 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 ha. Nudge nudge wink wink.
Shit, they even did it in Blackadder with the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Ah, yes, the absolutely not moment, yeah. It's great.
Okay, I get they've jumbled up the story. Fine, whatever. I'm trying to be generous, but boy, is it difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But and again, a total fucking not a diversion kind of works, but it's not the word I want from the original character because the correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, but the father in the anime was just like, yeah, this makes sense.
I think he was mad, but like after a little while, he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to cooperate." But his asterisk was that he was the one that was able to go over anything that was happening in his house. So it wasn't obviously just L being a perv.
Gayness doesn't exist in Japan, Rick.
Nope. But yeah, the idea was L was going to be a perv over Sayu. And that's why he wasn't happy. But yes. Yeah, I like how someone pointed out, oh yeah, the crime rate has stayed the same because Kira's murders actually make up crimes as well.
They make up crimes, and also there was a big old chunk of them that happened to death row inmates that were already convicted.
Yeah.
Now, I want to point out, as a human being, I don't agree with death row in general. First of all, I don't agree with the death penalty, and even if I did, I think death row is cruel because I'm sure you're aware of this, Rick, but for those of you listening who perhaps are not, there are people who end up in death row and just keep saying, this is the day we're going to execute you, and then it just keeps getting pushed back and pushed back, which is cruel beyond belief.
Yeah, it's just a case of, they just get left there and they don't know when they're going to die.
It's horrible.
And that's part of the psychological torture.
He's already dead. So now we've got the twist of being like, cool, now he's going off after law officials that have done nothing wrong. Now, at this point, if you still defend Light, you're stupid.
Yeah, this is the very definite heel turn moment.
And again, in the anime, it happens in episode 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's horrible.
Are they all going to jump off?
Well, I don't even think they're going to jump, they're just going to keep walking, aren't they? But yeah, I guess jump is the technical term, isn't it? This feels like Saw levels of we just want to fucking film a bunch of gore for funsies.
Yeah, we just want a bunch of Splatterhouse for no reason.
I feel like it was implied that she's the one who did it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Oh, so it was Ryuk.
Unless it was her.
Oh, either way, they're saying that Light didn't do it.
Yeah, as if that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't think that does work, does it? Oh, yeah, because he'll just kill you as you're writing.
Yep.
That's interesting, though, isn't it? Because that means he's done it. That means someone has tried to do it.
Yeah. It's rather cute. And the fact that it says don't trust Ryuk in the book already meant someone has been able to write his name.
Yeah. Now, this is going to fully make El realise that Light is the guy, because he doesn't kill his dad.
Thing is, she's saying that as if she doesn't know that they are Kira together.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. This is where, yeah, I think you've nailed on the head that it was probably her that did the other one murders.
Yeah, it's one of those really annoying things with Ryuk, because Ryuk is a troll at heart, and he will gladly take the blame for her if it means things will be funnier. But
yeah.
it does. Ryuk did not help the situation by making it seem as if Ryuk did indeed write those names.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, they're going to suss this out, right? Because if he doesn't die, the only explanation for someone with a logical mind like El would be like, well, shit, it must be his son then.
Yeah.
Or at least someone who cares about him.
Was that one of the anime tunes?
I don't know, maybe. Although there is a level of irresponsibility of Papa Light here, isn't there? Because if he did die there, he was fully willing to let his son become an orphan.
Yeah, not only an orphan, but essentially get off scot-free.
So yeah, El's already sussed it. That was the nail in the coffin for him now figuring out that it is in fact Light.
Yeah.
The fundamental problem that the anime suffered from as well, in universe problem, is it's really difficult to prove someone's fucking Kira when it's a magical book.
Yeah. I do like these little pictures of Ryuk in the manga, though.
Oh, yeah.
In the history book. Apparently it is.
He got the pose dead on.
He did, yeah. So apparently his name is L. Loliet.
Yeah.
So L really is his name.
I want to point out as well, this is one of the hypest moments in the anime. Is when these two just have a conversation where they both know what's up, but they can't admit it.
Yeah.
And at the moment, all I'm thinking is, boy, this is dumb.
Isn't this normally after they've had a tennis match?
Usually. You got the tennis match, you got when Light forgets about everything to do with the Death Note because of his master plan just before Keikakadori.
That's my favourite arc, by the way.
Yeah, it's the best bit of the fucking... When L goes, it starts being annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, when L goes, that's basically, as far as I'm concerned, the actual end.
That was a great shot of Ryuk, by the way.
It was. I do love like how the porcupine spines on his back are actually see-through, so you get the light through them. It's great.
Also really adds to his fucking menacing visage when he's in the shadows.
Okay. This is where I'm kind of ready to let certain things slide.
Sure. From Light's perspective, he's not incorrect in this instance. However, from an audience perspective, he did not need to kill 400 people this quickly.
No, absolutely not. Especially the ones that were already on death row.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, in theory, if he was doing what he was proclaiming to do, which is make sure the Death Note doesn't go to anyone else, and was just killing one death row inmate a week to keep him as the keeper, that's about the best he could do. But he did not do that. Not even close.
Yeah. Because what you can do is just say that the death row inmate is executed. Because...
even just the regular bog standard sudden heart attack.
Yeah, that too.
Chokes on food, which is not a good way to go, but...
Yeah. Hangs themselves.
And again, I still don't know how they're going to prosecute him in this case because they don't know about the Death Note. They know he's killing people via some method. But unless you have the murder weapon, you're going nowhere in court. The age-old trick when someone's mad. Rick, you good? You still there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to parse what Light must be feeling right now. Oh, he's got the horn again. Okay.
Yeah, horny. Okay, Anakin. If that felt like an Anakin line read, didn't it?
It did a bit. It's all Obi-Wan's fault. He's holding me back.
Well, you said Ratari, but don't you need his whole fucking name?
Maybe.
Apparently not. I'm 95% sure this dude was in a Yakuza game.
Most likely. This is bullshit.
It's all bullshit. I'm not even convinced that burning the page will stop the guy from dying.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, destroying the page only destroys the page.
I'm sure this guy's in Yakuza 0 as one of the main bad guys who, spoiler alert, only exists in that game.
Sure, fair enough.
When is this set that he's got a flip phone with no speakerphone function?
It's I don't know. Like I'm assuming it's like in the like early 2000s. Yeah, because it was like before modern smartphones.
Yeah. Which, fine, yeah, the original manga came out in 2006, so... Oh, sorry, ended in 2006. It came out in 2003.
Yeah, my phone back then was it flipped out into a keyboard.
I had a Siemens that cost only £10 when you bought XYZ at Argos.
Yep.
I don't think Siemens even exists anymore outside of Korea.
Fujitsu Siemens, yeah, I don't know.
They're trying to build drama. We've got 40 minutes left, and I'm kind of bored still. And I'm feeling like I was lied to about the magic space gun. But it was such an out there claim, right, that it had to have been real. But apparently I was just bamboozled and yeah. Who would make that up, Rick?
Maybe he gets the magic space gun in the last like hour or so.
We're in the last hour or so.
Oh yeah, there's like 40 minutes left, including credits. Hello, nice to meet you, leave. It's okay, go upstairs, listen in.
Well, L is devoid of emotion, so I guess it makes sense he wouldn't be able to make that connection, but
yeah,
the L in the anime isn't so devoid that he knows that familial connections might make people act silly.
Yeah, and that's exactly the point. That's why he joins in rather than
Jesus Christ, this is so not... Oh, jeez, okay. Fine. This is where the American is coming in.
Yeah, the not-so-Ichiro would not act that way. He was a lot more logical. Like, yes, he had his outburst, but it was like tranquil fury.
He would not put hands on L.
No. That's a rather cute way of looking at things.
Things are never black and white, says the cop who works exclusively in black or white.
Yeah.
Like, he just ignored the fucking... Oh, okay, to be fair, it was shades of grey of like, you're threatening my son. Your son has killed 400 people, I think.
Yeah, it's a very...
It's not really grey so much as like black as fuck, right?
Yeah. It's one of those, it's Montauk. It's a very like tribalist thing of you stick by your family and friends no matter how much evil they've done.
There is a certain level of evil I think everyone needs to be like, listen, I'm going to support you, but if you did this, I'm cutting ties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I will support it. Like, I get it. I get it. I get wanting to stick up to your relatives. But there are lines.
Yeah. Like, crimes that harm people are no good. The Winter Wonderland dance. Okay, is this going to be... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. The finale is going to be at the Winter Wonderland dance at school. They're still at school.
We were at October 12th the last time we had a date check. Why the fuck... You'd think the winter thingy would be in December.
Yeah.
So they seem to be like combining like 3 or 4 characters into this Mia character.
Yeah, so Mia is both Misa and Takeda, kind of.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Whammy House.
It's a good thing that this place is in the US, right?
Yeah, like a big old place like Whammy House can just be abandoned.
There's a lot of leaves.
There is. And that's through a closed door. A lot of spiders.
Yeah. All houses are very nice caves.
Yeah.
Bullshit. How much sugar do those sweets have that they're still perfectly preserved?
I think it's more the wax around them.
Okay, next question. Why has nothing eaten them?
Because the insects fundamentally don't see them as food. I guess it's like, I think it's Cheerios. If you put Cheerios in an ant farm, then they think it's death, so they take it off to where all the ants are dead.
I don't think that's correct, because ants love sugar.
It might be Shreddies.
I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying I'm skeptical. At the end of the day, I don't know.
Sure. Well, it's a well-known cereal where there's a chemical in it that's basically the death chemical for ants.
Just say fucking Honey Puffs, because they suck.
Oh, yeah. They also don't exist anymore, I don't think.
Wait, are they Sugar Puffs?
Well, they used to be Sugar Puffs. They might be Honey Puffs now. But yeah.
The Honey Monster. But he's called the Honey Monster.
Yeah, because of the demonization of sugar, they got changed from sugar to honey.
Okay. Yes, shouting will make me work harder. I'm getting a call from L, and I know he's L. Do you not think I'm going to try my hardest? You know, in the time you explained this to me, you could have already diverted my call. Yeah, I know, but you're being a dick.
Did you say the magic word? Yes, now.
So, by the way, Rick, it just mentioned that INXS are playing. For the longest time, I thought INXS were a completely different band to Inks. Can you blame me?
Yeah, I get you. I didn't know that Inks was how you pronounced it.
It's not, it's INXS.
Yeah.
But I always thought the band was called Inks because I'd only ever seen it written down.
Oh, okay. I've only ever seen it and heard it as INXS. I didn't know that Inks was a thing.
It's not. Only me.
Yeah.
It's like for the longest time I thought hyperbole was a word.
Oh yes, it's better than bowl, hyperbole.
But you know, I knew about the word hyperbole. I just didn't realise it was spelt that way.
Yeah.
Oh god. So Ryuk is currently stalking this motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
Surprisingly nice of him.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, okay, I get it now. They're trying to trick the people following him.
I get it. Yeah.
That took me for
And
once,
annoying him, yeah.
I'm grateful for the director making it painfully apparent because I completely just thought they were being weird.
Yeah. I'm also not up on freaking dance. Whatchamacallit? Etiquette.
Oh, crafty little fucker, isn't she?
Either that or Ryuka's the one that took it.
I don't think Ryuk did. Huh. Was that Light's dad?
It might have been. Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice was gets killed by your dad.
It's taken Light an embarrassingly long amount of time to realise that Ryuk's only interest at the moment is what is funny.
Yeah. For the greater funny.
It looks like Light picked up something sharp and might be intent on stabbing Mia here, but that would be a weird sudden twist.
It would. It'd be a real bummer as well.
However,
for no benefit.
Counterpoint, we've got half an hour left.
We do.
Yep, he's definitely clutching something. It would be an incredibly stupid move, wouldn't it?
It would.
No, we killed him. Yeah, so Ryuk wasn't fucking with him at well, he was fucking with him, but in a completely different way.
Yeah, so she could see him the entire time.
Oh, I don't think Mia could see Ryuk.
Fair enough.
But I think Mia's been doing all these unexplained entrances into the Death Note.
Fair dues.
Jesus Christ, that's a bit extreme, isn't it?
A little bit. Yeah, so this is the big masterstroke one that Light does.
Yeah. Oh, is this Light in the book, is it?
Oh.
Why are you saying "ah"?
Once I'm the keeper, I'll burn your page.
And then you're constantly living in fear that she gets tired of you and decides to put your name in. Now, what exactly is stopping him from burning his name out of the book as soon as he gets the book again, and then writing yours in?
The fact that she's got the page with his name on it.
Oh, I see.
And it might actually be the I have it piece of paper that's in his hat.
Possibly.
Yes, I found him and I shot him. No audio. Space gun.
Magic space gun. Cool.
Oh yeah, because L's a kid and he can't drive.
I gotta be honest with you, Rick. I stopped caring about this movie about 20 minutes ago, and now at this point I'm like, fuck this.
Jumpa, 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 jumpa.
No, it's in the book. Burn the page now, you fuckwit! Oh, intelligence, my left arse cheek!
This is silly.
Tubular bells level shit.
I told you already, haven't I, that when I was young I didn't know the difference between custody and custard.
You did not tell me this, but
yeah. So
you know,
I thought custody was an adjective of custard, as in covered in custard.
I mean, I think it can also be used that way.
Yeah,
just spelt different.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it looks like Light is doing a last-ditch effort to write as many evil names in the book as possible before he dies.
Yeah. Do as much good as he can before immediately having to burn his name and die.
And now we've got another problem. It's like saying, oh, they're after you, but we as viewers know that they're after him to put him in protective custody because L's got a magic space gun.
Yeah. They can apparently shoot shinigamis.
No, we don't know that that's a thing.
We don't know, but we assume so because it's a magic space gun.
He doesn't know about the Shinigami. He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know how Light is doing the killings.
No, he doesn't.
This film is shit. Oh, this is another fucking case of like the Mario Bros movie, and like if it wasn't called Death Note, it could probably be okay. But it's called Death Note and shitting on everything.
Yeah, it's called Death Note and it's got Ryuk in it. And a Death Note.
By the way, in case you're watching this and just this, in the original anime, just touching the Death Note lets you see Shinigami.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why we know that there's a divergence when he passes it to Mia and she doesn't see Ryuk. Or pretends that she doesn't see Ryuk. Because Ryuk has already said, I really like her.
It's also super in character for Ryuk to totally play along with...
oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, totally play along with her going, yeah, I can't see a damn thing.
He's running in a straight line. Fucking shoot him if you're going to shoot him, you pussy. Shoot faster.
Yeah. I like, are you rationing bullets? In a magic space gun, maybe you might be.
I'm saying it's a magic space gun. It might not be. Either way, L should never have a gun.
Yeah, it's got a light on it.
Matt, so Light is just stupid in this.
He is, yeah.
Because if that was a real policeman asking him to stop and he didn't comply, it would be immediately followed with bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Bang, 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 bang.
That was so unnecessary. You're meant to be the good guy.
This is another one of those chase scenes that I'm not the big fan of.
Well, these two... Okay, listen, I'd rather it be a chase scene than these two have, like, a fist fight, because that would be even more out of character for these two people.
Yeah, I get you. I appreciate that. Oh, he's a Kira devotee.
Probably. I hate all of this. And now Light has the magic space gun. Why did it have music of hope and optimism playing? This is bad!
Because Light's got the Orn still.
I would not trust her for a minute to burn my name.
No, absolutely not.
She has shown herself consistently to not be trustworthy. Super genius my left buttock. I repeat that saying because I like it. The fuck is your... You know what the fuck his problem is? He's got a scary death book with his name in it. He's going to die in 5 minutes.
To their credit, it did take a while before the magic space guns materialized.
I guess. What is this story, Rick?
Yeah. I don't want to run away. I want to do murders.
She doesn't love you. She loved the book from the beginning. It was very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boo fucking who.
Never going to see him again anyway if he dies. No.
Is she just going to straight up yeet him out the fucking Ferris wheel? Well, yeah, obviously there's a contingency.
Yeah.
And now they're both going to die. Ha 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 ha. Oh, poetic justice irony or some bot. Why the fuck does... Why? Fucking why?
Because that's where they were at the time that they had to die, so a bunch of other people have to die too now.
Well, not if it falls in the water, I suppose, but still. Oh, let that bitch go.
I take it back my arse. Rub it out. Use pencil. Rub it out. Oh, Ryuk has the Force.
It's really fun seeing Ryuk have this amount of power, but in the anime, he did literally just write shit in the book and then it happened.
Yeah, it just happened. Yeah, he doesn't have the fucking Force.
Again, cool visual.
It is.
But
it's possible that he was just being a drama queen.
Good old Anakin method.
Yeah.
Hey, Darth Vader, how come your cloak flows in space with no air?
The Force.
Dramatic little bitch. Well, she could just describe Light that way, to be fair, even in the anime.
Yeah, true.
And they've got this meaningful love song playing. Like, she literally chose to die to try to grab the book. Like, why do you give a fuck?
Okay.
Fuck. Oh, Rick, you cannot justify this in any way.
Thing is, she could have grabbed the book and lived.
Rick, what are we watching? Is this meant to be a comedy now? Look at his face!
Well, look at that fucking face he's making.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're not doing yourselves favours, guys. Oh, we can't show the pretty girl being torn to pieces in a bloody spray. So we'll put some flowers on the ground for no reason.
Yeah, and then light falls in the water instead.
That would still kill you.
Yeah, it's basically, like, at a certain speed, it's basically concrete.
I don't care, she was a bitch the entire movie.
Yeah, she was only using him for his book. And no attention is brought to all the other people on the Ferris wheel who also must have died.
There was... Okay, Rick, to be fair, they made a very point of, like, hey, the ride's closed, guys, and Light threatened the guy with a gun and said, too bad, us two are going on. So it was only them two on the ride. However, that ride had a big old fucking cocoon as it fucking broke into the wharf. Was that the one with his name on? With Elle's name on?
So it would seem, yeah. Look at so it would seem.
No, it says it does say Light.
It's the Light Yagami one, yeah. Or the Light Turner.
Now, important to remind you that just because your name's not in the book doesn't mean you're not gonna die.
Oh yeah, a normal person can just kill you. That's called a gun.
Who the fuck was that meant to be?
It's Jeff the Briefcase Man.
A disciple of Kira. I know that actor, but I don't know where from.
Yeah.
Right, so Light's alive in a coma. I think this is meant to be like a sequel hook with that fucking
that businessman who like goes into the season 2 where Light works with him and they do the cool things. Basically, everything good about Death Note is being saved for the sequel.
Spider-Man sucks. It's the same fucking thing, ain't it? Spider-Man's a murderer.
Yeah, Kira saved, Spider-Man sucks, Mysterio was right.
Is this gonna be the bloke that he saw in the alleyway?
So it would seem. Okay, yeah, the Lord Kira guy. Because he's the only one that knows his face, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But then again, the guy who put that fucking note on his body looked like a white guy, and the guy was definitely like Turkish
Hispanic
or something.
Or whatever, yeah. Swarthy. He was swarthy in some way.
The fuck does that word mean? It sounds like a slur.
On the Dulux chart.
Okay. I don't think we should use that term.
They use it in frickin' Bob's Burgers.
Okay. Is Rick just going to be staring at Light creepily?
Apparently. Okay, so you said Ryuk, but I thought you said Rick.
Why would I say your name?
Yeah, watchers, Ryuk's not even there because the note's officially transferred to the one guy that brought it to him.
Well, he's meant to be in a coma, so why would you knock?
Yeah, it's weird. And yet not the weirdest thing about this movie so far.
What? How did he connect these dots?
By being told them by L. Oh, the one page that got ripped out.
Okay, okay. At least it makes sense for him to connect the dots.
Yeah, I suppose.
To a certain degree, because only he'd have the information of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he wasn't on the the worldwide radar.
Oh right, of course. That's why the murders kept happening, because we saw that. We even made a point of it. Fuck off! Absolutely not. It's only been 2 days.
So it would seem. Okay. Yeah, the exhaust hose is it's a great way to go for yourself, but it's awful for anyone that discovers you because it's a hazardous area.
Yeah. I will say, this is taking a lot of liberties with how much influence the Death Note has over people, isn't it?
To a degree, yeah.
Well, yeah, we saw that bit. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, the whole fuck off part about that. Yeah, that's now that he's written that into the control of physics that the note has.
Ah.
Okay,
this would go against everything he stands for.
I know. Is this where the one time he's looking like he's about to do it and then he just fakes out and doesn't?
Choosing the lesser of two evils is still evil.
Oh, yes.
Tell you what, Willem Dafoe has nailed that laugh.
He absolutely has.
Then again, it is just his Green Goblin laugh, isn't it?
It is. I know that there's a little bit of post-credit stuff, but not a lot.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, like mid-credit stuff, sorry. After the green thing, there's nothing.
We gotta watch the whole credits anyway, so it hardly matters either way.
We do.
Yeah, no, I know they were teasing it. It is a good tease. Like, will L take that leap and become the very thing he's fighting? But it would fundamentally just destroy the character if he ever used a Death Note.
Kira will return in Death Note 2, Death Boogaloo.
fucking find a way to stab through the computer screen. Well, by the way, why is Daddy Dearest not pissed?
Well, I think because he killed the wife's killer.
So? He's meant to, he was hunting Kira. He knew the right thing to do was to take Kira down.
Okay, yes, yeah. This like showing the behind the scenes of green screen, like the only mid credit screen that we get, really.
Show me the fucking show me Willem Dafoe in all the fucking dots.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that was a really interesting. That was an interesting setup there, because you see that most of the mask was actually most of the face was actually physical effect. It was just the face itself that needed to be mocapped.
Yeah, and like his eyes were like on sticks, sticking out.
Yeah. Well, again, it's something that, like, I know people mock Jar Jar, but, like, you see the old behind-the-scenes footage of Jar Jar where he's got the giant fucking thing on his head. It's like, it's just classic at this point for anything that requires inhuman proportions to have a stand-in for actors. Look at this.
Yeah, the tennis ball. Like, look at this. This is where the head is.
Hey, Lakeith Stanfield, I don't think this version of L was very good, but I think you did a very good job of playing L, and I wish you had a better fucking writer.
Yeah, absolutely. Douchebag bro number 1 and 2.
That's great. It's great. That's a fucking acting credit.
Yeah. I'm douchebag bro number 2.
if you can make a living out of just that, why the fuck not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Rick, we've still got 5 minutes of credits, but half of those minimum are going to be foreign languages. Let's just get a bit early going, shall we? Because I think we've got a lot to talk about this shit show. What did you think?
It was mid at best. There were some redeeming features, but not very much. Like, most of what I enjoyed was basically Ryuk and connecting the dots as to what was taking place in the story versus what was canon to the originals, you know?
They have the building blocks for a great story by just taking what Death Note already did, and they used minimal at best. The only fucking thing connecting it, really, is a few character names, and there is a Death Note involved.
Yeah, the Death Note's existence, a few character interactions. They made Mia into a lot more of a cutthroat character.
Mia, okay, to be fair, was she called Mia in the anime, or was she called something else?
So it's a Misa Amane.
Yeah, so Misa in the anime, okay, I don't like that character. She's very two-dimensional, and frankly, you can see where the misogyny comes from.
Yes.
Like, she's constantly treated as stupid, and even Light, the main love interest for her, is like, you're useless to me, but you have a death note, so I can't kill you. So, you know, that character needs to be changed, but they completely fucked it.
Yeah, like, I think after a certain point, Light only keeps her around because she is useful. And she's useful because she has a death note and she can just speed up his murders. by being a second person writing.
Whereas in this one, Light isn't even the smartest character. Full stop. Everyone is smarter than him. He's dumb. He's useless. She's better at it than he is.
Yeah.
Which I'm not against. I just wish they didn't do it at the cost of Light's character. At the end, when his name is in the book, he becomes a snivelling like, "Oh, but I love you, Mia." Fuck off.
Yeah. I guess part of it is doing that proves that they're still boyfriend and girlfriend, and that is what makes it so that she very definitely takes the book from him.
But he didn't want that.
Yeah. It's daft. It's daft. The one who I think has been assassinated the most is the dad.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, Soichiro Yagami was like such an interesting person to follow the agony of, you know? Like, at every step of the way, there was the agony of, I have the absolute faith that my boy is not the monster that I hope he's not, even though everything is pointing towards it, and then he dies in the full knowledge that he's not.
Yeah, it's a real. He really has to grapple with his emotions when it comes to dealing with the Kira case, because, as you say, all signs point to Light being Kira, and he just doesn't want to believe it. And the amount of relief he feels when he's on his deathbed is just like, it can't be him. It can't be him. We're good. We're golden. It's the one thing I wanted it. The one person I didn't want it to be.
Yeah, and it proves it by the good old machinations of Light and passing the book around.
And let's get to as well the fucking fact that again, I might have missed something, and maybe the manga did things differently, but in the anime, you didn't get magical powers over someone's life for 48 hours before they died. At most, you get to decide how they die, and if that death requires them to walk somewhere, that you can make them do that. You know?
You can make them do certain things. So the guy that wrote all the other names down in the book, that was part of his the things that you told him to do. I think you get like an hour or so, rather than like 2 days.
I don't even remember it having that much power, but you might have better recollection than I do in this front, so I'm not going to argue with you. I think we can both agree it didn't let you completely control someone's thoughts and actions for 48 hours before death.
Yeah, you didn't have like full-on mind control. You actually, it kind of did. It made things happen, and you couldn't fight fate on that.
Unfortunately, you cut out during a word, so you're going to have to repeat yourself.
You couldn't fight fate once it was in the note to a certain degree. So it did.
As far as I'm aware, that's also made up bullshit as well. You don't get to take the name out by burning it before it happens.
Oh yes, that's not something that can happen. No, that's not from the book. If you burnt the book in the original, then guess what? All you're going to do is destroy that page, and okay, the thing still happens. You just don't have the evidence of it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we even touched upon this in the fucking movie while we were watching it, of like, here's 96 rules of the Death Note, and we're like, it did not have that many rules. I remember it having 3. You said it had like 12.
Yeah, there's like 14, and like the last 7 of them are all fake, and they're all put there by Ryuk to make things happen.
Yeah, because again, I'll give credit where credit's due. Ryuk just being a bastard for lols, entirely on brand.
Oh yeah, entirely, 100%.
But yeah, I think it's safe to say neither of us are particularly high on this adaptation, and we did bump this, by the way. We were originally going to do this last, and I distinctly remember, I think I said the words, Rick, we both know Death Note is going to be shit.
Yeah, so we've reshuffled it so that there's a non-zero chance that we're going to end on something that's not shit.
Hopefully. But yes, wearing our hearts on our sleeves on how much we did not like this adaptation, let's try and find a favourite moment. Rick, do you have one?
I think I brought it up after it had gone, that it was the introduction of Ryuk. Like, you can only have that once. Yes, you get more of him later, and you get to see him in greater detail later, but his first introduction was like peak cinema within the confines of this movie.
Okay, I'm glad you put that caveat, because it could have been better, but I think in the context of this film, you're absolutely right. I think they did as good a job as they could have.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool that they kept him completely out of focus until later. It's like Jaws-ism. Like, if you take the monster and don't show it until later, then it adds suspense, you know?
I get you.
Plus, it made us focus on bits of Ryuk as we saw him from different angles, like the porcupine spines being see-through and stuff, so that you know why he's got like this corona halo effect when there's light behind him in future, and just little details like that. You focus on them because that's all you've got to see of the character, and you care about it because you've seen not only nothing, but a blurred something beforehand.
I definitely get what you're saying, and like kudos to the 3D team that, first of all, the practical side of things that handled the actual on-set stuff, and the what was pretty much a bodysuit for Willem Dafoe, apart from some bits would clearly had to be CGI'd. But like kudos to the team that modelled it, because Ryuk looked intimidating and cool from every single angle.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But yes, how about you? Do you have a favourite moment?
My favourite moment was when Light burst into the house and was like, "Fuck you, Ryuk! Why did you do this?" And Ryuk, not even fully knowing what he was being blamed for, just started laughing and being like, "Haha, yeah, that's right, I did it." What happened? It wasn't quite that obvious at the time. We even said like we were even debating whether like I'm pretty sure she did it and Ryuk's just fucking with him. But this is also Ryuk, and we don't fully know the rules in this version, so maybe Ryuk did do it. He was pretty convincing.
Yeah. It goes both ways, and it's very in character.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It was a very good use as well of the did he or didn't he. Again, if I'm going to give this film any saving grace, and spoiler for my MVP, Ryuk was used sparingly and well.
Yes, exactly. He was always in the background, and that's exactly where he should be.
Yeah. So, got plenty to choose from, really, Rick. Do you have a weakest link for me?
I think it's probably the character assassination of the Soichiro Yagami character into James James Turner.
I mean, I can't argue with you. Like, we spent the bulk of the end of our review being like, dude, what the fuck did they do this for?
Yeah. Like, there are other things around the family dynamic, like reducing his family down by half, making them into, like, an everyman rather than well-off, making it America. But him as a character, you could have kept him as a justice-focused, straight-laced guy, but no, you made him into a cowboy cop.
I think you do hit on a fundamental problem with this adaptation, and that is, this is a bit of a difficult story to translate to America.
Yes, because the American ideology and cultural, the cultural pulse is a bit more cowboy, as opposed to in Japan, where you can just be a stiff upper lip, justice-focused, lawful good person, or lawful evil, but very definitely it's more lawful biased.
I mean, almost every single successful detective, will go show, but applies to movies as well, like Lethal Weapon, etc., based on American cops. It's always like, oh, you're a maverick, man, you work outside the rules, which is kind of what Light is doing, which means he's kind of a stronger protagonist, as in on the good side of things, in an American version of the tale. And it really does throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, like, it's difficult I understand why a lot of people, especially in the West, sympathize with Light because of him doing, quote-unquote, the right thing the wrong way, you know? Because being, quote-unquote, chaotic good is, for some people, like, the ultimate goal. Unfortunately, Light is very definitely, like, neutral evil.
and also, let's not beat around the bush here. They fucked up Light's character, because Light at no point killed an innocent person.
Oh yeah, he didn't. The only even killing his girlfriend, she wasn't innocent by that point. She'd very definitely done murders, and everybody that he killed was just a guy.
And that only triggered when she took the book. Now, it's argued that he did write that in the book, meaning that did the book influence her taking the book in the first place? It's hard to tell. Perhaps it was ambiguous on purpose. And you could argue that he did condemn Watari to death, but he wrote that in with fully intending to erase his name before he actually got killed. So you can chalk that one to an accident, even though he's the reason why he died. But like fundamentally, this is a version of Light which never at any point considered killing law enforcement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which again completely fucks the character.
Yeah, totally.
Episode 2, Rick.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, that was my weakest link. How about yours?
My weakest link really is L. And I feel so bad for doing it, because the actor did a stand-up job with what he was given, but the character was not written very well. The reason why I'm giving it to L rather than Light is, first of all, we've spoken to death about how they fucked up Light. But like, L shouldn't lose his cool so easily. L shouldn't have a magic space gun. L shouldn't be confronting L with a gun. L shouldn't be confronting Light with a gun. L shouldn't be lunging at Light from across a table. L shouldn't be shouting at Light. The fucking main confrontation between the two, just having a conversation, is the pinnacle of the story in the anime.
Yeah, and L shouldn't be hovering over a page of the Death Note with a pen, very obviously intending to use it. Even if he chooses not to, shouldn't even be considering it. That's like not his character.
He's so lawfully good.
The only time that L uses the Death Note is one where, in like one of the Gaiden movies, where he catches Light and he writes his own name in it by saying L catches Light and then passes away 2 days later.
I see. That's weird.
Or something like that. But basically it's he gives himself a time of death, so when Light finds his name and puts it in and he doesn't die, he's like, well, I've already put my time of death in before this, so that overrides this.
That's really dumb and annoying.
Yeah, but that was like a movie. It was L changed the world, but the L in world was giant as well.
I get you. And let's not beat around the bush here. That stylized L is iconic at this point.
It is.
Like, like, I wouldn't get it as a tattoo, but I wouldn't blame anyone if they did.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, like, they really fucked L up. And again, I want to stress this point enough. Like, we said it about 25 minutes into the movie. I hope no one was a fan of Death Note before having to act in this.
Yeah. And the actor got the mannerisms down pat. It's just...
He did wonderful. He really did. Yeah. No complaints. For the bits where he was allowed to act like L, anyway.
Yeah. It's when the direction fell apart and he was told to act like an action protagonist that the character fell apart.
Mm-hmm. Let's try and end on a highlight, shall we? Although I suspect we're going to have a very similar winner for this, shall we say. Rick, who is your MVP today?
So it's between Willem Dafoe, Ryuk, and the practical effects team. I'm going to go specifically with Willem Dafoe.
Cool. I'm just going to save us a bit of time here and say I'm also saying Willem Dafoe, but to split the difference, I will say Ryuk. Let's get this over and done with together. Why are you giving it to him, sir?
He just injected his own brand of Green Goblinisms into a character that just received those mannerisms perfectly, with basically very little modification on notes. He already had his resume on full display for that thing already, so it was like a lot of people said, it was an easy dream pick. And just being able to be in the background, menacing, trolling, giving those Green Goblin-esque speeches with that just condescending lilt that was like also in control. You know, It was just absolute cinema within the confines of the movie.
And this is one of those few things where I don't mind them changing Ryuk's mannerisms to this extent. It's a creepier take on Ryuk, but still fundamentally Ryuk. Because Ryuk was always laughing at Light.
Yeah. But a lot of the time he was just like floating around, and he'd like pretzel himself when he didn't get enough apples, and just be a little bit more goofy and asked to play Mario Kart.
I did enjoy as well that they kept the Ryuk loves apples, but Light just never caught onto it in this version.
Yeah. Although they did show that Ryuk had an apple at one point when Light wasn't available.
Ryuk was always around fucking apple cores.
Yeah.
Implying that he just ate a fuck ton of them. It was even one of the core plot points in the Columbo crossover, where Columbo's like, I gave him Granny Smiths, or whatever the fuck the type of apple was. It's a native to Japan. I love Willem Dafoe's portrayal of Ryuk. Ryuk was well done. Again, I mentioned it during the favourite moment, where every angle of Ryuk looked good. Willem Dafoe was a good Ryuk. I'm not surprised that the main reason people thought this adaptation wasn't going to be bad is because, holy shit, Willem Dafoe was Ryuk.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
But that brings us to a close today, I feel like. Good job to Willem Dafoe and Ryuk. And, like, none of the actors in this did a terrible job, but the plot was slop.
It was like... It was almost as if it didn't come out, like, in 2017, you could have had this entire movie written by ChatGPT.
No, it's not that bad. It's just... I'm going to point to Mario as our famous example, because we watched that Mario movie, and I maintain to this day that if that Mario film was not called The Mario Brothers, it would be a beloved classic. But unfortunately, it's called The Mario Brothers, and therefore it's shit.
Yes.
And I think if this was called anything other than Death Note, they probably would have had to change the method of killing a little bit from the book to not be too on brand. But other than that, if they called it something else, people wouldn't have given a fuck. Or even if it was a spin-off story in the same universe with some other fuck from America.
Yeah, like a different Shinigami. Doom Brain.
Okay, maybe not that dumb, but yeah, I think it would be a lot more loved and regarded. But hey ho diddly do, it's not the cards we were dealt. That is Death Note, the live action adaptation in the books at 1 hour 40. Look forward to long run times because we're doing a whole month of live action anime adaptations.
Yes, look forward to it. We've got this month pretty much packed up, but by all means, give us all suggestions for other things in the future.
Yes, and they can do that in the comment section, or where else can they do it, Rick?
On nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes, although that being said, if you can think of a good live action anime adaptation, please do tell us, and it can't be One Piece because Rick's seen it.
Yeah. But yes, it might supplant the things that we got already planned.
I mean, I'm looking at the things we've got planned, and 2 of them I've heard are okay, and one of them is definitely in the borderline dog shit category, at least according to one friend of ours.
Yeah. But yes, and none of these are like super set in stone. Like any of these can be bumped off if something suitably better comes along.
Absolutely, and the bar is low. That being said, join us again next week, guys, where we're going to keep it a bit of a surprise, but you know it's live action anime and probably on Netflix, so that narrows it down. We'll see you then, guys.
Bye, everybody.